Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to look at one aspect of actualizing yourself, reaching your own potential, which is doing work or a job that you love and is satisfying and meets your requirements. So I'm going to do a bit of an experiment here and ask my friend AI. This is the prompt I've written. So I'm trying to get it to point in as many different places as we can to access whatever relevant information there could be. So you're an expert, career advisor, human resource specialist, talent manager, and futurist. So I want it to look into the future and see what is going to happen. So you understand the implications of artificial intelligence on overall culture, business, and psychology. I'm a 50-year-old male, I know you wouldn't believe it, in Australia, considering my career options. So I just want to run this thought experiment. Instruction, analyze my resume and CV. So I've updated that recently. My Clifton Strengths report. So Clifton Strengths training is a type of training to focus on your strengths. It's based on positive psychology, which to me was very useful because I found myself doing things that I hated and I didn't know why. It was annoying me greatly. So I thought, this is probably 5 years ago, I thought I'd better focus on what I'm good at. And actually, that's all happening, which is great. And my big 5 personality test. So I did the test through in this effort to understand myself. I think it was Jordan Peterson said, make sure you understand yourself, the good, the bad, and the ugly, if you want to lead an optimal life. So I did that, and the results were quite extreme, which was very enlightening. So I'm asking it to look at these 3 documents. Then create a list of options for which path I could take in my career to optimize my potential as a human. Okay. Please provide the list of options under different headings. So I'm asking it for the output. I want a list. I want different headings. I want different options. So I'm using this as a creative tool, if you like. For example, and then it's good to give an example of what you might want. For maximum earning potential, do X. For potential maximum impact on humanity, choose Y. Please create your own heading. I could add a bit here about, I think we'll leave it this time. I was going to say you could add a bit about, when you've done this, ask me if I want any clarification, expansion, or exemplification examples. So, but we could add that as the second question. This, so I'm going to run it. As you can see, it's US election day here, not here in the US. So I'm going to run this in Perplexity. There you go. I'm also going to run it in Gemini AI and see. I'm just sort of trying to work out which is the best AI to use. I like them all based on your Clifton Strengths. Executive leadership and educational training. Okay, well, that is actually what I'm going to do. Consultant in education. Well, I'm also doing that at the moment. I'm on the right path. Okay, good. Corporate training and development. Yep. Maximum impact on humanity. Non-profit leadership in education. Social entrepreneurship in education. Advocacy for educational reform. I'm actually doing a little project on that as well. For maximum personal fulfillment, here we go. Academic research and writing. Yeah, I do enjoy that, but I suspect that universities are going to suffer greatly, as referenced in my previous video where you train it to be your teacher. That's just the first thought along that line, but maximum flexibility, freelance. Oh, that's what I'm doing. Okay. So it's actually telling me, it's kind of telling me what I'm already doing, which is some of these things. University administration, maximum stability. No thanks. Well, maybe boring, I don't know. Social interaction, public education. Okay, interesting. Let's try. So I'm not overly, that's not giving me anything very new and creative. So I might ask a follow-up question and say, please think outside. Oops. Please think outside the box. If I could spell, that would help. Please think outside the box and give me don't give me creative options. Give me options in new fields that I haven't worked in. Let's try that. Let's see. I could also say, are there any things I shouldn't do? I've probably tried all of those, to be honest. While that's doing that, I've got the same thing here in Gemini AI. Let's see if I can actually make that readable for you. It should be big enough. Right, let's get that one underway and then come back here. Maximum innovation, futurist consultant, innovation lead in EdTech, creative director for learning experiences. Well, I'm kind of obsessed with learning, which is one of my strengths. Social innovation. I suppose public speaking, which I do like. AI trainer, which I'm kind of doing a bit now. Digital nomad. Okay. Cultural liaison. For maximum intellectual stimulation. Philosophy of education. Well, I do think about that. Interesting. Okay, so there's some ideas. I suppose I could take these ideas and put them into a job search. Let's take one of them. Influencer. Okay. Digital nomad educator. I like where I live, so think tank researcher. All right. Let's just take one. Let's take that. If I were to want to become, and what should I do, and who should I approach? Let's see if it's going to give me a more specific. Oops. Question mark. If I were to want to become a think tank research, what should I do and who should I approach? Let's see if it's going to give me. I could have asked it something more specific, like in Australia or. I wonder if it'll actually do a job search as well. I don't know. Step-by-step guide. That's a good way to do it. I often ask for step-by-step guides. Develop key skills, research and analytical writing, communication, stakeholder engagement. Gain relevant experience. Okay, so it's giving me a path. So if I were to think, okay, I want to do that in a year, I might improve these skills, some experience, and then it's given me some different think tanks to approach. Okay. How to approach them. Reach out via LinkedIn, which personally I can't stand, but I understand how useful it could be. Leverage international networks. Consider further education. PhD. I did think about that and then realised I want a life. Well, I thought it's just limited options based on leveraging your strength. Yeah, okay, cool. Maximizing learning potential. Yeah, similar results. Driving social impact. Embracing emerging technology. There you go. So that's reaching your potential in your career. I suppose I could have asked it more questions or something completely new. I might ask it, which of these careers is most likely to succeed? Obviously, I have to make it succeed in the new AI era. Final question. That's right. Think tank researcher. Okay. AI policy. Okay. AI ethics specialist. And that is a big question, isn't it? My darling wife has. Most people seem to have ethical concerns. I think you've probably seen the movies. Whichever, Robocop, Deuce, what's it called? Deus Ex Machina, Machina. Educational technology, public speaking, thought leadership. Data analyst. Yeah. It's interesting, actually. The world of analysis and code is now more accessible to linguistic types like me. Anyway, I hope that's useful. Have a great day.